Yes, hi, brothers and sisters, lovers, haters, friends and neighbours. I hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday so far. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening or good night, whatever time of day this video grabs you. I hope everyone's well. Now, for people who've been following what's going on regarding Tommy Robinson, you'll see that he appears to have landed himself in a bit more trouble. There's a video emerged of a fella laying face down unconscious and Tommy in the background saying, you know, whatever. I'm sure people have seen it now. I've spoke to Tommy for the last couple of days on the spin. First made contact a little while ago asking me if I would work security for him at the March at London, which of course I would. And I've done that on a number of occasions, and it's no secret what I think of Tommy Robinson. You know, I've got a lot of love, admiration and respect for him. Now, I've seen video evidence of, you know, this fella that's ended up, for one way or another, laying face down unconscious. Now, I've seen video evidence of this fella being extremely obnoxious and aggressive and in a threatening nature and following Tommy around in his personal space, like I say, in a very aggressive manner. Now, when I seen it, I thought, you know, this is like, it was an ideal thing. I've shown the bands, and I'm saying, like, this, you know, this is the one of those ideal situations where I try and, you know, teach my kids how to react and respond appropriately, because, you know, you can only tell somebody so many times to remove themselves from your personal space. Now, what I teach my kids and what I'll teach anybody that'll listen is, if you feel threatened, ultimately it's about how you feel. You know, if you feel threatened and somebody's in your personal space in a, you know, in an aggressive or a threatening manner or nature, you know, my suggestion would be, you know, if you're capable, just lay that person out there and then. You know, because you do hear a lot of hard left and liberals and fairies, you know, saying that, you know, you should only react and respond in appropriate proportion, and, you know, you should, you know, never ever wait for somebody to hit you, you know, in order for you to react and respond physically. My suggestion would be, if you feel threatened by anybody and they won't remove themselves from your personal space, if you're capable, just lay them out, right? Eliminate the threat. We're all people, you know, and we've all got the right to defend ourselves. But in this case, this is mainstream media enemy number one. You know, this isn't just Joe Bloggs in the street defending themselves. This is Tommy Robinson. You know, this is, as I've said, media enemy number one. And if the footage that I've seen emerges, which I've got a strong feeling it won't, because there will be multiple angles of, you know, camera footage on what happened, and I've got a feeling that footage might never emerge, because, you know, it's Tommy, isn't it? And anyway, there's a move being made by Tommy. I know what it is. You know, I'm obviously not going to reveal that, but you know, I must admit I agree with what his next move is and what he's doing. Now, this gathering, peaceful protest, message, whatever you want to call it, on the September the 13th, you know, I fear now might not be the same. Now, I know the team of lads that's involved, and the lads that's, you know, wrapped round Tommy, and they're all a great bunch of lads, and they're definitely capable of, you know, of orchestrating and manifesting such an event. But I just fear that it won't be the same message without Tommy. You know, Tommy is the public's perception, I suppose, or the patriots' perception. Tommy's the message personified. So I just fear that it won't quite be the same gathering without Tommy at the helm. Doesn't mean I won't be there, That's just my thoughts on it at the moment. Now, you know, just got a bit of a fear inside that, you know, this isn't going to end well. You know, I really do hope I'm wrong. I was speaking to a good pal of mine yesterday that said the same. You know, I've just got a feeling that this is not going to end well, and I really do hope I'm wrong. You know, and I hope and pray for Tommy's safety, and you know, time will only tell how this unfolds. Tommy's he's a big boy and he's got his head screwed on, but you know, he's only human at the end of the day. And like I say, there's only so many times you can tell somebody to back off and get out your personal space. Time will tell how this one unfolds. You know, it's no secret that I'm a massive supporter of Tommy and his message, and I love this country. But time will tell how this one unfolds, brothers and sisters. Have a beautiful day. I'll probably be back later on. Time will tell. Bye bye for now.